Hi, I'm Letitia, and today I am talking about having the planet Venus in the sign of Sagittarius for a Scorpio rising individual with the sun in Libra. So, and this is a request from a subscriber. So, of course, we know if you are a Scorpio rising, then the rulership of your chart belongs to Mars and Pluto, because Mars and Pluto rule the sign of Scorpio. So it's really important, if you have a Scorpio rising, to know what part Mars is playing in your chart. What aspects are being made to Mars? What aspects are being made to Pluto? Because it's really going to impact your life. It's going to impact the places you go, the people you see, how people interact with you. So that's really important. But let's just take a look at Venus. And so Venus in the second house, that is a beautiful placement, because the second house is about self-esteem. It rules the money that you earn, the income that you bring in, your self-value, and what you think that you deserve in this life. This is the second house. It is traditionally ruled by Venus. Venus rules the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is the traditional placement for the second house. And so with Venus being in its home of the second house, it adds a great energy to this individual. Now, if Venus is having hard aspects, squares, in conjunctions with Saturn, or if Saturn is sitting in a conjunction with Venus, or something like this is happening, Pluto or Mars in a hard aspect with Venus, then, you know, we could find some challenges to the self-esteem, to income coming in. But just Venus sitting in the second house in the sign of Sagittarius, alone, that aspect by itself, it is a beautiful placement, because Sagittarius is ruled by the sign of Jupiter. So here we have, you know, a gregarious nature as far as self-esteem. This idea of good luck as it relates to money and money coming in. Venus is all about income. Where Venus is, if Venus is sitting alone, or if she should be in a good aspect to Jupiter, who's the ruler of Sagittarius, then you can find a person who easily draws money in, who has great income coming in, great jobs, you know, people just blessing you, you know, on your job, blessing you with money. It comes to you a little bit more easy. You feel good about yourself. You're not shy in talking to people. You are bold. You go after what you want, because Sagittarius is a fire sign. And Sagittarius is very optimistic. So here you have this optimism as it relates to love, as it relates to self-esteem, feeling like if I go over here, the people are going to accept me, they're going to embrace me, they're going to love me. You know, you're not afraid to just jump in and believe that you can fly, you know, jump off the top of the building and believe you can fly, you know, do the things that other people are typically not brave enough to do, because they're afraid that things are not going to work out. But Venus in Sagittarius, you know, is bold and brave. And then in the second house, as it relates to money, you know, this may be a person who is willing to gamble, willing to bet everything on their good luck, believing that the angels are with them, believing that God is with them to be successful. So that's an energy that could come along with that. So Venus is the ruler of the 12th house when you have the Scorpio rising. So the 12th house is this place of endings, the place of the subconscious mind, the place of spirituality, the place where we tap into what we believe the universe is, spiritual beliefs, this idea of the unknown, of the afterlife, this type of energy and spirituality, shamanism, this type of belief that is mystical. It is the fears, fears from childhood, things that we cannot see, don't understand even about ourselves or others. That's the 12th house. It is the collective mind, is where we can tap in and understand what other people are thinking and being, or thinking about, or feeling. That's the 12th house, the collective consciousness. So with that, having Libra there, there is this care for other people. There is this spiritual desire for justice, equality, fairness, balance, as it were. So we have the ruler of the 12th house of this place of spirituality coming into the 2nd house. So it is really easy for you to give money to spiritual ideas, give the money to the guru, invest in spiritual practices, invest money in spiritual books or classes on spirituality, classes on self-esteem, classes on the chakra, yoga, meditation, how to meditate, understanding the spiritual, spending money on mediums to tap into the spirit realm, spending money on psychics. This is a placement where, if with the right aspects, this is also where you could generate money. You could be a psychic or an astrologer, or someone who is a spiritual teacher, and you have your income coming in from your spiritual practices. With the sun in Libra in the 12th house, anytime planets are in the 12th house, they are Pisceanized. So with the sun in Libra, you already are very sensitive to the needs of others. It's an air sign, so constantly thinking and having ideas and mulling over what you should do. So, a lot of times the sun in Libra, it brings confusion about which is the best way to go and what should I do and so forth. So with the sun in the 12th house, you are very sensitive already to other people, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. You could walk into a room and you can feel the energies, very much so. And with, so again, it makes that sun more like a Pisces sun when you have it in the 12th house. So when you have the ruler of the 12th house in the 2nd house, the sun is in the 12th house. This Venus and this sun are about teaching, about spiritual topics. It's constantly on the mind. It's constantly in conversation. It's constantly a thing of interest for you when you have these particular placements. And then Venus also is the ruler for you of your 7th house of partnerships. So partners, Taurus is in this on the 7th house descendant. So this is the ruler also of Taurus coming into the 7th house, coming into the 2nd house. So the people, your partners, partnerships in marriage, relationships, spouses, partners, business partners, all of this. And these people, even with, the Taurian nature, which is stubborn, but a peaceful nature nonetheless, but fixed in their beliefs. So you would have people who are probably more traditional in their beliefs coming into your path, But by the same token, they are people who are dogmatic about what it is that they believe, because you have the seventh house being in Taurus, the second house in the sign of Sagittarius, which is about the beliefs. So the people there could be very optimistic and help you with your self-esteem, help boost your self-esteem. Those people who say to you, you know, you are really handsome, you are really, really pretty. You know, those people are easy to come into your life when you have the ruler Venus of your seventh house coming into the second house. You can generate money together very easily, you and your partner. You can start a business together. You can meet your clients. You could be a counselor and have your clients come to you and have money coming to you in this way. You could be, you know, the psychic healer. You could be doing Reiki or anything, but your partners bring are your source of income for you, your partners, business partners, or your marriage partner. But you come together and you're able to work together with people in this way. And then the people who come into your life are those solid types, Taurian type people, stubborn, earthy, grounded, practical type people, helping you with practicality. All right. And that's pretty much it. And so again, you know, with the sun in Libra in the 12th house, all about justice. Scorpio rising, there is that a psychic ability, able to read people from the door before they get to the door. You know, you have that with Scorpio rising anyway. So this is a very intuitive person, very psychic, very tapped into spiritual things, and have people in your life who are this way and able to generate funds through the spiritual realm. All right. So that's it. Have a happy solstice. I love you. I send you blessings. I send you love and light, and enjoy this holiday season.